Hey everyone, my name is Tita and I'm going to show you how to make this pillow with tassels. Hi, if you're coming from my YouTube channel that's in Spanish, I hope you're enjoying yourself because you're technically seeing the same video again, but hey. So, if you're not, if you just found this video randomly looking for DIYs, basically what I'm going to show you is how to make this pillow that I've seen all over the place. Like, the first place I saw it at was at Zara Home, and that's where I got the idea because it was expensive, like so expensive. So I was like, nah, I'm not gonna pay that. But I've also seen it at Urban Outfitters, Target, what's this name, Pottery Barn, and a whole bunch of stores. So I was like, I could totally make that. So let's make it. This video is kind of like sections, so in the description bar, I'll link like in what minute you can find each part. Like if you're only interested in making, like how to make the tassel, I'll put what minute you can find it in. Or if you're just interested like in the like embroidery that I made all around the pillow. Or if you're interested on how to make the pillow cover. Because let me show you, this is just a pillow cover. It's not like technically like the whole pillow. Look, I'm going to show you how to make this with the zipper in the back and everything. So you can just buy like a random pillow like at H&M Home or Bath & Beyond. I don't know where you buy your stuff. And to make this. So you could technically use it on any pillow or decorate any pillow or what's it called? Like blankets or whatever. So let's go on with the DIY. So now let's go with the list of materials you're going to need. So you can make a list and go to Michael's or Fantasias Miguel. I don't know what country you're watching me from. Comment down below where you're watching me from. Let's go with the materials. We're going to need this thread, which is multicolor, which is usually used for embroidery, but we're going to use it for the tassels. We're also going to need white fabric to make the pillow cover, and a white zipper that's going to go on the back part of our pillow. Yeah. Now we're going to cut up a little piece of carton and some scissors so we can cut it. We're going to need some white thread so we can sew, and we're going to need a thin needle and a thick needle. Very important. You have both measurements. So now that we have the material, let's go on with how to, make it. We're going to start the tutorial by grabbing our piece of carton. Make sure it measures around 6 or 7 centimeters because that's going to be the length of our tassel. And when you unfold it, it has to be the double. We're going to make a little cut on it because that's where we're going to put the thread so we can start wrapping it. We're going to wrap it around 30 times because that's how would be like half of what the thing measures. So you can make like 2 tassels out of the thread. We're going to wrap it around, yay! And once we're done, we'll cut it off. And then we'll grab another piece of thread, which would be like a darker color. I chose this like dark turquoise. It's going to measure around 20 centimeters. To be honest, I didn't measure it. I just do it like in about. So we're going to put it inside our thread that we just wrapped around in half. We're going to make a little loop-de-loopin', yeah. Get the SpongeBob reference? Anyways, we're going to loop it around and we're going to make it really tight because that's going to be the base of our tassel. We're going to grab a pencil because in a moment we're going to use it to make like the little head of the tassel. I'm struggling to take it off apparently, but yeah, we're going to make the little head of the tassel. So we're going to take one end of the blue thread and we're going to wrap it around like the bottom so we can make the like part of the base of this tassel. We're going to wrap it around like 5 times, but this really depends on how your feeling your tassel. If you're feeling a little weak, you can wrap it around more times, or if you think it's enough, sometimes with 3 it's enough. We're going to make a knot on the top so we can seal it off, and we're going to take it off the pencil. Then we push it around so we can make like a little ball figure, and we cut the bottom. We play around with it, and woo, we have tassels, yay! So now, let's go on with the next step, which would be the cloth, or, I used a pillow cover I already had as a reference. We're going to leave about 5 centimeters on each side to cut it so we can make the pillow cover. The thing is that you're going to need a lot of space because I'm going to hand sew all of this, so we need space. Besides, the pillow is really poofy, so we need space to work with. Once you're done measuring it, you're going to fold it so you can cut it, and you cut it all around. And once you have it cut, you measure the pillow anyways just to see if it's the right size. And now we're going to take some pins and we're going to pin it down. This is going to help us have more stability when we're going to draw some lines and stick on our zipper, because we're going to also stick it on with some pins before sewing it. As you can see, a lot of pins. Yay! Okay, so now we're going to stick on the zipper so we can sew it on with the pin so it doesn't move around. You could use a hot glue gun like I just showed you, but to be honest, I prefer sewing because it makes it stronger if you want to put it in a way. Now I'm putting pins on the side. You could think that it's for sewing, but it's not. To be honest, we're going to use a ruler right now in a few seconds. Now we're going to grab a ruler and we're going to start making lines with a pencil, because we're going to sew this without pins and sides. We're going to sew where the lines are. Now the sewing is going to take a while, to be honest. I'm not going to tell you that it's going to be quick, because I lasted 3 weeks making this pillow cover after work each afternoon. So yeah, because I sewed and sewed and sewed. To be honest, when my mom showed me how to sew, I didn't really pay attention, so I just sew however I know how to. I don't know, it's kind of just in and out the thread. I don't really have a special technique if you want to put it in a way. So you use whatever technique you have. So as you can see, we're going to sew the zipper and we're also going to sew the sides. And then we're going to turn the pillow inside out. Once we have it inside out, well, I'm going to show you how to make the little embroidery that I did on the sides, which is basically, I don't measure it, so I couldn't give you an exact size. I just do an estimate, but we're just going to do little slanted lines just to make it look pretty and put the tassels on there. I use the same dark color that I showed you with the pink tassel, because that's going to be the theme of all the thread that goes around the pillow and on the tassels. A nice color would also be gold, but to be honest, I couldn't get gold thread, but it would be great if you did. This is where we're going to use the thick needle, because this kind of thread is really thick. And like that, we just go on and on until we finish all of the sides of our pillow. Well, pillow cover, to be honest. We just sew and sew and sew. As you can see, I can't really explain it. I guess you have to literally see me sew it so you can understand what I'm doing. But if you have any questions on how to, you can always Snapchat me and I would be glad to help you out. Once you're done sewing, you're going to make a knot in the back part. I literally just made a knot. You're going to see it in a moment, so you can just secure it so it doesn't go all over the place. And as you can see, we're almost done. See, here in the back is where you can see that knot that I made, so you can secure it so it doesn't fall off. There, we have the end. Now we're going to stick on our tassels. For this, I do measure, so you can lay them out, see how you want to make them look cute, but I'm seeing how they look cute. It results to be around every 6 centimeters, and measuring the pillow cover, well, yeah, it's every 6 centimeters to be exact. Now we're going to grab our ruler, and I grabbed a green pen that looks like the color of the thread, and I'm going to count them and do it every 6 centimeters so I know where to stick my tassels. Count them to make sure, and then spread them out again with the exact measurements to see if you know how they look out. So once you stick them on, you're not, oh well, darn, I didn't like how it looks. This way you can get like a general idea of how it looks. In this case, I didn't have all the tassels ready. I had to use like some of the yarn threads, but you get the idea. Now we're going to go on with sticking on the tassels. This is a very simple task. You're just going to put one end of the thread in the tassel, then you put it through. You're basically going to make a knot. Just try to make it a little loose, the loop, so the tassel can actually move around and it won't be so stiff. You're going to do a knot like 3 or 4 times so it can be strong. Cut off the edges and you're done sticking on, well, the tassel. I'm going to show you anyways how to stick on a few more tassels just in case it's not clear. In this example, I'm going to show you what happens if you don't leave the thread too big. The problem is going to be that you're going to have a little bit more of a hard time doing, well, the knot. I was smart enough to not leave enough thread in this tassel, so I was really having a hard time to be able to make the knots, but nothing impossible. But yeah, leave a lot of thread, to be honest, because then you're going to have a hard time. And one last tassel. In this one we did leave a little bit more thread, and you're going to see how we won't have such a hard time doing it. You're going to make a double knot or triple knot just to make sure it's secure, and you'll be ready to go after you stick on all your tassels. Yay! Look how pretty you're gonna look. So we are done with the tutorial. I hope you found it useful, and if you have any ideas on other color combinations that you like, I'm interested in knowing, so comment them down below. I've seen very cute ones where they use like gold, silver, and rose gold. So if you have any other ideas, because I'm gonna make more, comment them down below.